All right, so let's get started installing Nessus so we can get our vulnerability scan kicked off. Okay, so what is vulnerability management? Why do we care about it? Why is it important? You know what? Scammers are out there. They're just out there. They target organizations. That's how they make money. So when you have data, the more important it is, the less risk you want to take that somebody's going to infiltrate your data, steal it, lock it down for ransom and demand money, things like that. You don't want people to get your information. You don't want to compromise the integrity of your organization. You don't want to lose money to scammers, to lawsuits, things like that. There's so many reasons you want to protect your assets. So the purpose of vulnerability management is to scan devices and see what possible risks do you have of exposing private data or just things that you don't want out there. So when we do scans like this, it goes through and attempts to find things that can be exploited and give up our data. Things that have been discovered by users all across the internet. It shows us when it finds those weaknesses on our systems. And it's so great using a vulnerability management tool such as Nessus because it's organized and it not only points out what's wrong, but it helps us find solutions in an easy to read way, and it makes it easy to present to people like maybe they're not so IT savvy. It makes it a lot easier to report back what are our risks, what's our highest priorities. It makes it easier for us to manage our time and not waste so much time reinventing the wheel to figure out every little thing that might be wrong and every little way possible to fix it. It brings everything right to us, to our fingertips. Let's take a look at how it's done. We're going to open up Firefox. Okay, so we're just going to Google download Tenable Nessus. Tenable.com/download/Nessus. Awesome. That's just what we need. Okay, so let's do the latest, greatest 10.6.3. And is there a Debian on here? Yes. Kali Linux. That's what we need. Download. Agree. Sign in blood. And open. Okay, so we downloaded it just straight to our downloads folder. Let's go make sure. Let's go open downloads. Where did it go? Go to containing folder. Mozilla Cyber. Oh. You know what? No, we're going to move this to downloads. Okay. Make it simple. So let's get this out of the way. Let's open terminal. Beautiful. Cyber Kali download. Okay, there it is right there. So we're gonna type sudo. What is the command? I don't memorize all of the commands. I just use tab to finish that one. All right. Oh, sudo. Let's fix that. Sudo. With my password. Don't see anything. That's fine. There we go. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and unpack this. Oh, that was fast. Okay. We're gonna have to start the Nessus scanner. Here's the directions right here. There's an E right here. And then go check it out at this link. Okay, it's not gonna work yet. We gotta start the service first. So let's go ahead and type. We're gonna have to do sudo. We use admin privileges and then run bin/systemctl space start space Nessus d.service. Did we spell that right? Let's go. So the service should be started. Let's see if anything different happens. Does that reflect here? Oh, warning, something dangerous. By the way, let me give you a good piece of advice. We're all curious, cybersecurity people. Before you go around scanning, pen testing, anything like this, make sure you have permission. Make sure to ask. Pretty sure if you scan the wrong thing, your boss can legally like punch you in the face and give you a wedgie. Either that or call the police. I forget, one or the other. So yeah, know your scope of what you can and can't scan so that you avoid being like fired or like put in jail or sued or punched in the face. Whatever it is, look it up. I don't know. You know what? We like dangerous in this case. Accept the risk and continue. We've got Nessus. That wasn't a good one. Whew. All right, let's let it initialize. It might take a second. So it's starting. When you're ready, click continue to proceed. We're going to click continue. And we're going to use register for Nessus Essentials. Already have an activation code? I think I do. So I've already signed up. Let me click skip and paste my activation code, and then I'm going to click continue. Alrighty, we're going to create an admin account to log into Nessus. Let me make a note of that. This is the part I was talking about. Make sure you have space because downloading plugins right here is going to take a minute and it'll just get stuck if you don't have enough space. Awesome. So here's my scans. I have a confession to make. When you got up to go to the bathroom, when you went to go get something to drink, I installed some really old software on this workstation. Oh, gee. I hope it doesn't affect our scans. Oh, as you can see up here, as long as this is still going, it's still loading your plugins. So give it a few minutes. Take your time, go do something else because sometimes it takes a while, and come back. Okay, so this is taking really long. Right now, it says the compiling plugins are at 67%. Here's a helpful command if you want to kind of check, make sure you're good. I got 50 gigs on here. I'm gonna use the disk file utility to see how much space is on here. So it looks like I'm good. But if you ever see these numbers starting to match up, see I got 15 gigs to use here, 35 gigs available. I just want to make sure I have space. If you need to check, this is the disk file utility, and this is to make it human readable, like a nice little format if you want to check that while you're. It's been almost an hour, so I didn't give the machine a whole lot of high specs because I want to run a few at the same time. Already got a lot going on in this host, so it's just gonna take time. So be patient. You might want to take a walk, do something, find something to do. I cooked and it's still going, so I'll be back after I eat probably. Okay, so we are finally finished. We are here. We can go ahead and create a new scan. I like to hit the button. So what are our options? Look at all these beautiful options. So if we look around, we can do a simple scan to do some discovery, see what's out there, see what has open ports. We can do a basic scan when we know what we're trying to scan, specific network, specific PC, something like that. We can go ahead and just get that over with quickly. We can do an advanced scan, customize a little bit, malware, scan mobile devices, do a web app test. You can go ahead and audit your patches using credentials. See if you need any patching done. There's so much. You can look for specific malware, ransomware, log4shell. And then, well, we can't do this now with our Essentials account. This is where they make the big bucks. You can upgrade and do PCI internal network scans. You can audit the cloud infrastructure, MDM config audit, PCI quarterly scan, policy compliance. This is awesome. A nice automated way of taking a lot of work and getting it done through a scan in Nessus. You can also customize things a little more by, you can create custom templates and policies. create custom templates defining what actions are performed during a scan. We can also change how the plugins operate. We can change the severity. We can hide certain plugins, things like that in the plugin rules section. Okay, so we're going to go back to my scans and start a new scan. And we're just going to do a basic network scan. So I'm going to make a note of the IP addresses that we have. Let's grab a little notepad. I got the client ready, got the DC ready. Let's just call it basic test scan. And what are our targets going to be? The client has 172.16.0.101, and the DC has 172.16.0.1. Let's just scan those two actually. 172.1. What did I? How? 172.16.0.1, comma 172.16.0.101. So we don't need to schedule anything. You can see you can schedule it how often. You can do it yearly, monthly, daily, set a time, all that. We can send email notifications, so you get an email notification if you get whenever it finishes. So what type of scan are we going to do? Common ports? Do we want to do all ports or customize? Let's go ahead and do all ports. And this is gonna take a while. So once you start, you can chill for a bit and come back. So discovery, assessment, scan type. Actually, it's just default. So this can come in handy when you don't have a lot of disk space. It'll report in a less verbose manner, so it won't just blabber about everything. Or you can be very verbose and say report as much as possible. We're just going to keep it the normal amount. We're going to keep everything pretty normal here. Advanced. We don't really scan low bandwidth links. So I'm going to kind of do that. I think I'm going to do that because it helps when your connection's kind of slow. And all these machines are running on my laptop, so I wasn't planning on having an entire lab on here. So I'm going to kind of keep it low bandwidth. And that's about it. We can go ahead and launch this now. So let's hit launch, hit the drop down under save and hit launch. It's launching, and scan saved and launched successfully. We can check on the status here. You hover over here, it says running, and just keep an eye out, keep checking. But I highly advise of doing something else. Okay, cool, everybody. So we've already finished installing Kali. We've added Nessus, and we've even gone through starting our first basic scan. Let's go ahead and see if we can get our results, and maybe Nessus can even help us clean up after we get the results. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, leave them below in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.